Hi, it's Next Stop Travel Presents. I believe travel connects us to the world and ultimately to ourselves. It's more than seeing sights, it's experiencing life in a different key. Next Stop Travel Presents Europe 2026 is a rich, live map where every pin bursts with a story. Imagine a continent that's not just countries, but a grand library of human experience. Each city a volume, streets as pages, people the living ink. Sun-drenched Mediterranean coasts, dramatic northern fjords, an invitation to step into 1,000 worlds. We'll journey together through the 25 most compelling destinations for your 2026 European adventure. For each place, what makes it special? Why 2026 is perfect, exciting new exhibitions, easier travel, more authentic connections, and what to do to make it meaningful. Our journey begins at number 25 in a place that feels like the edge of the world, the Lofoten Islands in Norway. This isn't just a destination, it's an immersion into nature's raw, untamed artistry. Sharp Peak Mountains rise from the Arctic Sea, dotted with vibrant red robuae, a rugged gallery of light and sea, northern lights in winter or the midnight sun in summer. For 2026, sustainable stays and eco-conscious tours expand experience grandeur with a lighter footprint. Plan the scenic Etten, a highlight reel of staggering views. Paddle silent fjords, or join an aurora hunt on a crisp, clear night. A place for active contemplation feels small before immense, powerful nature. Coming in at number 24 is Lake Bled, Slovenia, a fairy tale set afloat. A tiny island crowned by a church, a medieval castle above, framed by the Julian Alps, pure, gentle wonder. Why 2026? Slovenia leads green tourism. More boutique eco-stays, Seren Preservation. Ride a traditional pletna, ring the bell, make a wish. Hike to Bled Castle or Mala Osoinica for the view and reward yourself with Bled cream cake. At number 23, Seville. A sun-drenched poem of color and rhythm, orange blossom air and sizzling tapas. Flamenco's passion, Moorish whispers in the Alcázar, grandeur in Plaza de España. In 2026, Feria de Abril roars back. Inventive tapas bars surge. Evenings in a Triana tableau. Get lost in Santa Cruz's hidden squares and local. Number 22, Copenhagen. A well-designed living room for a nation. Effortlessly stylish, livable, and steeped in hygge design lives in benches, bike lanes, and cafes. Historic charm balanced with modern innovation. By 2026, greener urbanism meets a refined new Nordic food scene. Stroll Nyhavn. Feel the magic at Tivoli Gardens. Rent a bike into Norebro and Vesterbro indie shops. Innovative eats, real daily rhythm. At number 21, a musical score set in stone. Salzburg. Mozart's birthplace. Baroque splendor cathedral, palaces, gardens. 2026 hums with special concerts during the Salzburg Festival. Ride up to Hohensalzburg for commanding vistas. Wander the UNESCO Old Town. Visit Mozart's birthplace. Take a Sound of Music tour. Day trip to the Salzkammergut Lakes. Our number 20 is Bruges, a delicate carved confection. Medieval lanes, sleepy canals, clip-clop carriages. Time slows for aimless wandering. By 2026, curated cultural routes lead beyond squares to lace makers and chocolatiers. See Bruges two ways, 366-step belfry panorama and canal veins by boat. Indulge in artisan chocolates, then a legendary beer in a wood-paneled pub. At number 19, Athens, where history is footnoted in street food. Walk from Socrates' Agora to Bohemian Gallery's Antiquity in dialogue with creative grit. Enhanced archaeological access, modern Greek cuisine on the rise. Go early to the Acropolis, then wander Plaka, Siri, and Kukaki. Number 18, Amalfi Coast. A watercolor painted on a cliff. Positano tumbles to the sea. Air of lemons and jasmine, chic boutiques and seaside cafes. For 2026, boutique stays and spring, autumn calm, drive the legendary SS 163 views at every turn. Browse linen, lounge on Spiaggia Grande, boat to Ethereal Capri. Sip limoncello as the town lights up like a constellation. 17 Mykonos, a sunlit festival on whitewashed stages. Iconic windmills, pink bougainvillea, blue domes mirroring the sea. By day, golden beaches. By night, world-class DJs and glamorous clubs. In 2026, upscale hospitality and wellness retreats grow wonder. Little Venice at sunset, waves kissing the bars. Find secluded northern beaches, then a refined seaside dinner, hedonism balanced with cycladic charm. For number 16, the Swiss Alps, skyscraping cathedrals of stone, Zermatt's Matterhorn, Interlaken's twin lakes, sublime grandeur, cowbells, air so crisp it tingles. In 2026, smoother access via world-class rails and upgraded lifts, hundreds of trails, wind to perfection, and Jungfraujoch's Aletsch Glacier peak experiences for thrill seekers and contemplatives alike. We return to Italy for number 15, Florence, a concentrated gallery of human genius. Michelangelo, Leonardo, Brunelleschi, intimate, walkable piazzas, palaces, bridges, art density that stuns for 2026. Curated itineraries and newly restored works for deeper, less crowded engagement. Climb Brunelleschi's Duomo at the Uffizi, see Botticelli's The Birth of Venuses. Cross to Oltrarno leather and jewelry workshops. Finish with pasta and a glass of Chianti. 14 Budapest, a spa city with a soundtrack. Hilly Buddha's vistas, buzzing pests boulevards. Gritty creativity blooms in ruined bars. Largest city of medicinal baths in 2026. Festivals return and historic baths shine after renovations. Soak at Széchenyi, watch locals play chess, explore Buddha Castle, Fisherman's Bastion, Matthias Church. End with a Danube cruise to see Parliament glittering in the night. Number 13, Iceland, nature's raw cinema. The earth alive volcanoes, glaciers, geysers, thundering falls, Reykjavik a cozy creative base. In 2026, more sustainable options through the Golden Circle, Gullfoss, Geyser, Thingvellir, Tectonic Rift. Soak in the Blue Lagoon, then glacier walk, whale watch, or chase northern lights as seasons allow. At number 12, Edinburgh, a brooding novel with a celebratory chorus, medieval closes and Georgian grace. In 2026, the Fringe and International Festival bring peak creative energy. Walk the Royal Mile from the castle to Holyrood, hike Arthur's Seat for sweeping views, end with a wee dram. Number 11, Cinque Terre, pearls stitched to a rugged seam. Monterosso, Vernazza, Corniglia, Manarola, Rio Maggiore, terraces of vines and olives above turquoise coves. In 2026, improved Sentiero Azzurro enhances the hike. Arrive by train or ferry, but the most rewarding way is on foot. Swim crystal coves, feast on seafood, crisp whites, and pesto born here. Linger from Manarola's sunset. 10. Istanbul, a bridge of spices and stories. For millennia, a crossroads, a skyline of domes and minarets, air alive with the call to prayer and roasting chestnuts. With better flight links and cultural events, 2026 beckons stand in awe at Hagia Sophia's layered history. Get lost in the Grand Bazaar carpets, lanterns, spices, sweets, then cruise the Bosphorus between continents. Savor simple kebabs and sumptuous Mizi stories told in flavors. 9. Vienna, a symphony in marble. Imperial grandeur, Schönbrunn, the state opera, and the Spanish riding school's white ballet. Cozy Gemütlichkeit, in storied cafes linger with Sacktorte, conversation, and newsprint. 2026 swells with anniversary concerts and fresh museum exhibitions. Tour Schönbrunn, see an opera night, then sit in Café Central or Sparrow and feel time soften. 8. Dubrovnik, a jewel box on the sea. Within mighty walls, limestone streets, baroque facades, and terracotta roofs meet the blue Adriatic. Balance measures mean 2026 is more comfortable walk the full 2-kilometer walls for ever-changing views. Kayak below the ramparts, ferry to Lokrum, and the quiet Elefidi Islands. 7 Prague, a clockwork storybook, 100 spires, statues, Lion Charles Bridge to the castle, Old Town's astronomical clock charms. Restored landmarks glow. A thriving art scene hums 2026 is perfect to discover both. Cross at dawn, explore street vitus, roam cobbled lanes, ride trams, end in a classic beer hall. Number 6, Amsterdam, a graceful weaving of water and culture. A city defined by canals, elegant facades, reflections, and bicycles ruling a relaxed rhythm. By 2026, enhanced bike infrastructure and fresh exhibitions amplify livability and art. See the masters at the Rijksmuseum or Van Gogh Museum, take a canal cruise, pedal Jordan, De Pijp, and markets. Kicking off our top 5 is Lisbon, a sun-warm book of explorers. 7 hills over the Atlantic, luminous light, Bellem's monuments, steep lanes, Fado's soulful hush, Yellow Tram 28. In 2026, better connections and booming cuisine day trip to misty Sintra and colorful Peña Palace. At number 4, Santorini. Like postcards come alive, sugar cube villages on a volcanic caldera, blue domes over an impossible Aegean. In 2026, boutique cave hotels and May-September sweet spots open quieter doors. Stay in Oya or Fira for sunsets. Hike the cliff trail, explore Akrotiri, taste volcanic wines with caldera views. 3 Barcelona, a mosaic that moves. Gaudi's surreal icons, sunlit Barceloneta, shadowed medieval lanes, creativity everywhere. In 2026, festivals abound and sustainable tourism strengthens. See Sagrada Familia, Park Güell's Mosaics, Casa Bartolo's curves, then tapas crawl El Born or Barceloneta, to Rome, a living textbook of empire and espresso. 3,000 years at each turn, Colosseum, Forum, fountains and churches, chaos and charm intertwined. By 2026, improved archaeological access and innovative food elevate every day. See the Pantheon and Vatican Sistine Chapel, wander Trastevere, savor Cacio e Pepe, toss a coin at Trevi, one Paris, reading a beloved classic with new chapters. Europe's headline act, art, fashion, gastronomy, romance, icons like the Eiffel Tower, Louvre, and Notre Dame. In 2026, refreshed museums and easy navigation connect classic charm to modern pulse. Visit the Louvre and Musée d'Orsay. Climb to Montmartre's Place du Tertre and Sacre-Cœur. Live like a Parisian bred. Cheese, wine in Luxembourg Gardens. Watch the towers sparkle from the Seine. That's your 25 best places to visit in Europe for 2026. Each a bold chapter waiting to be lived. We've journeyed from the rugged galleries of Norway to the sun-warmed cobblestones of Lisbon, from the living textbooks of Rome to the timeless romance of Paris. Each of these places offers more than just a beautiful view. They offer a connection, a new perspective, and a story that becomes part of your own. Europe is not a checklist. It's a conversation, and every trip is a chance to add your voice. The real magic of travel happens when we step off the beaten path, even just a little, to find our own personal highlights. Maybe for you, it will be a quiet moment in a Viennese coffee house, the taste of fresh pesto in the Cinque Terre, or the sound of fado drifting through an alley in Alfama. The best souvenirs are the feelings and the memories, the moments that change the way you see the world. So as you plan your adventure, remember to leave room for the unexpected. The world is a vast and wonderful book, and those who do not travel read only one page. My hope is that this guide has given you the inspiration to turn to a new one. Pack curiosity, pick a pin, and let the next stop be unforgettable. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Keep exploring, keep connecting, and keep traveling. See you at the next stop.
Don't wait for the right time. Make it right by showing up.